know that I have treated Cliff pretty badly in the past.
Oh, that's an understatement.
But I have apologized, and recently I have made some very genuine efforts to mend fences with him. You've noticed that, haven't you?
Well, noticed you've been a little more civil to him than usual.
Well, I've certainly done my level best, so it really offends me that he is questioning the treatment that I have tried to arrange for Nina through Dr. Wall. Do you know that he came in here last night without any warning at all and literally demanded that Dr. Gould be allowed to examine Nina this morning?
Well, that doesn't sound so awful.
No, I think it's absolutely irresponsible. Nina's mental and emotional health is a very delicate balance. Any harangue from Dr. Gould, that could damage her terribly.
Oh, wait a minute. He did treat her before she went to O'Haven. If he could help her, I'm all for it.
I don't see how he can help her. Didn't help her in the first place. No, I really am very upset that Cliff wants to reassign the case to him.
Did he say why he wants to?
Yes, he claims that Dr. Wall is incompetent. Please, incompetent. And he also criticizes me. No, it hurts me very deeply to be treated so shabbily, but it doesn't matter. It's Nina that matters. Now, do you really want to get rid of Dr. Wall after the wonderful things that he's done for Nina?
No, I don't. But I understand Cliff's point of view. Dr. Wald is in Vienna, and maybe Cliff doesn't realize that he's promised that he'll come back and check up on her.
Exactly. It's exactly how I feel. But no. He is her husband, and he is going to put Dr. Gould back on the case.
Listen, why don't I just run over and, I'll talk to Cliff myself.
All right. A lot of cash you're throwing out there.
It was for a gift for you.
Oh, really?
But I was falling in love. It's a story as old as Adam and Eve. I was making love, but you were making believe. You lied to me with kisses.
Mama better be careful, huh?
I've tried to.
I don't know, maybe it's just a symptom of this whole thing she's going through, but that will go away.
We don't know that it'll just go away by itself. That's why I want Dr. Gould to see her.
Do you really think that's wise? If we bring in another psychiatrist now, he could undo everything.
I'm not asking him to see her on a regular basis. I want him to take one look at her.
One look? That could upset her.
Oh, he can handle it. He's a psychiatrist. Please, you got to remember, he knows her, too. They had a good relationship before her breakdown.
I know they did. I know. It just... He wasn't able to predict what was going to happen to her.
Daisy, no doctor could have predicted that. Come on, all I am saying is two very good doctors could look at the same patient.
I know, and normally I would agree with you.
Then why are you fighting me about this? Who knows? Maybe a visit from Dr. Gould would comfort Nina.
Okay, we'll do it. And maybe when I explain to him, Palmer won't think of this as a personal attack.
Believe me, I'm not terribly concerned about Palmer's feelings in this. Daisy, I want to know why she hates me so much. And I honestly think Dr. Gould is the only way to find out.
There you are, Miss Nina. I was wondering where you'd gotten to.
I went outside and took a walk on the grounds. It's so beautiful. Emilio was raking the leaves. Sloan was running the Dobermans. So good to be home.
We're so glad that you are here.
Thank you.
Why don't I take that coat upstairs now? It's really very warm in here.
Thank you.
Come.
You do take good care of me.
It's my pleasure.
Mrs. Murdoch, do you happen to know where Sloan is?
He's down running the Dobermans.
Would you mind fetching him for me? I'd like him to do an
I'll
errand
do
for
it,
me.
Father.
No, you stay here and keep warm.
Thank you. She's so sweet. Almost like having a mother.
Yes, she is a wonderful woman. Unfortunately, not everyone is as kind-hearted as she is.
Why? What are you talking about, Father?
Nina, I'm not positive, but we may have a very serious problem on our hands, and I am just hoping that my little girl can live up to the challenge.
What is it, Father?
Darling, it seems likely that a Dr. Gould will be visiting you this morning, and he will want to examine you. Now, Dr. Gould was your first doctor, and he keeps pressing me for the opportunity to see you again.
But Dr. Wald is my doctor now.
Yes, that's right. But Dr. Wald is in Vienna now. Now, if I refuse to let Dr. Gould see you, why, it may appear that I am denying you the proper medical supervision.
Is this Dr. Gould a psychiatrist?
Oh, yes, indeed he is. He's the one who sent you to Oakhaven, against my bitter objections. And of course, Dr. Warner agreed with him. You know how these doctors are. They stick together, so of course, they overruled me.
Do you think they'll try to send me back to Oakhaven?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Oh, Father. Please don't let them send me back there. Just tell this doctor that I refuse to see him.
Nina, I think there's a better way to handle this. Now, if you allow Dr. Gould to see you just this one time, I think maybe I'll be able to stop him once and for all. But I will need your cooperation.
Anything. You just tell me what to do.
You are wonderful.
I think you bring out the best in me.
How long have we been married? I never get tired of you.
It's never gonna end. Never.
Pull up the blanket.
Yep. Oh, a beautiful quilt.
You remember this on our honeymoon night?
Do I remember it?
When we made love for the first time?
I will never forget that. Ever.
Or the next day?
Or the next night.
Or the next day, or the next night. I love you. That's forever.
That's right. It never has to end. Tim! Oh, I've been waiting for you. I'm anxious for you to see Nina.
Now, don't you forget, darling, you think very carefully before you answer any questions, and remember all the coaching that I've given you.
I remember. Don't you worry.
Yes, but you be careful. Don't be overconfident, and don't underestimate these men. They can be very devious.
Well, then they shouldn't be doctors.
Well, they certainly shouldn't be your doctor. No. They've never shown any understanding, any compassion for your problems. And Dr. Warner, he's really very dangerous. He can be underhanded, and he could think of an excuse to send you off to Oakhaven at any time. But, you see, if it appears that we are friendly with him, then I can worm myself into his confidence, and I'll find out what these two men are really about. And that way I'll be in a position to stop them.
I have faith in you, Father. You're far more clever than they are.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Cortlandt. Mr. Sloan will be with you as soon as he has the dogs settled in.
Thank you, Mrs. Murdoch.
Good morning, Nina. You
morning.
look very well today.
Thank you.
That's a lovely outfit. Perfect for you.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
It was lucky that Mrs. Sloan was able to repair the sweater for you.
Mrs. Sloan?
Yep.
Who is that? Mrs. Murdoch repaired it for me.
Of course she did. I don't know what I was thinking of.
Come on in, Tim. Come on. Boy, I'm eager for you to see Nina.
Cliff, I've got some disappointing news for you. I won't be able to go over to Cortlandt Manor this afternoon like we planned.
What do you mean, why?
Well, you remember I told you that there was a possibility that I might be called to testify in that murder trial in Providence?
Yeah?
Well, I've been subpoenaed to appear in court this afternoon.
Oh.
And I have to leave now in order to get there in time.
Well, why didn't you say something about this last night when we talked about it?
Because I didn't know last night.
Come on, you can put them off. Tell them you have to see a
I
patient.
tried. They told me if I don't show up for this, I could be brought up on contempt charges.
Oh, man. Tim, you gotta see her. I gotta find out why she hates
Look,
me.
I know this is hard for you. But one more day won't make any real difference. Cliff, I'm sorry. But I have no choice in this. I have to go.
Yeah, look, I know that. Thanks. I guess I'll make an appointment for you to see her when you get back.
I'll call you as soon as I get back.
Yeah. Thanks.
We were talking about Mr. Sloan, you see, so
I'll explain this. It's really not a mistake at all. You see, while you were away, Mrs. Murdoch here married Mr. Sloan. So there's, the mystery is no mystery at all. Mrs. Murdoch is now Mrs. Sloan.
Father, why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, you had to deal with so many things. We just didn't want to throw everything at you at once.
I appreciate that, but you should have told me so I could congratulate you. Mrs. Sloan?
Thank you.
I wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thank you, Miss Nina.
Well, where's your husband? Let's go find him. I want to congratulate him, too. You know, he's very lucky.
Daisy, I know you mean well, but you've got to be careful when you're around Nina. You can't let these things slip out like this. You really can't.
I wouldn't do anything to hurt her.
Well, of course, I know that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to holler at you.
No, you shouldn't. Judgmental and critical just because you handled everything so right.
Yes.
You know why you handled it right? Because you told the truth.
Yes, right. You know, I really am beginning to feel very optimistic about Nina's future. In fact, I am beginning to feel optimistic about Dr. Gould coming to see Nina.
You are really?
Hmm? Yes, I think that he's going to be able to get to the bottom of exactly why Nina feels this ill will toward Cliff.
Oh, I hope so. You don't know how Cliff is suffering. Yes, hello? Oh, no, I see. Well, I guess we'll just make it some other time, yeah. No, thanks for letting us know right away. Bye. Cliff. Oh, Dr. Gould has to go to court this afternoon. He's not going to be able to see Nina.
Oh, well, don't let that worry you. 1 or 2 days more won't make any difference at all. We'll just simply make another appointment, that's all.
Welcome home, Adam. Doesn't it feel great to get out?
Adam, we're all glad you're home.
Seems like forever.
Do you want to lie down?
No, I'm never gonna lie down again as long as I live. It's good to be home.
Listen, I'll get your bags upstairs and start unpacking.
Thank you, Josh.
Do you want some coffee?
Yes, love some things. Guess you heard about the fire at Erica's house.
Yes.
I'm landing to the Linden estate. Because her house was destroyed.
Well, wait a minute, Adam. I thought we made plans that we were going to keep that place and subdivide it.
Oh, cancel that.
Adam, what do you mean, cancel it? You're giving away a major profit on that deal.
Boss, I'm still running things around here and you're still following orders. Cancel it.